Life isn't always easy, is it? One moment, everything seems fine, and the next, you're hit with something you never saw coming, a setback, a failure, or just the overwhelming weight of life. Most times, the more frustrating part is not even the challenges themselves, but the feeling that you're not ready to handle them. The sense of losing control. Thousands of years ago, a group of thinkers, Stoics, unlocked secrets that can help you deal with anything life throws at you. These weren't just philosophers sitting around writing ideas in books. They were leaders, warriors, and everyday people who lived through chaos, war, and uncertainty. And yet, they found a way to stay calm, focused, and in control. And here's the interesting part: their wisdom isn't locked in the past. It's timeless. Today, their lessons are more relevant than ever. They don't just tell you to stay positive or work harder. Stoicism teaches you how to think, how to act, and how to stay unshaken no matter what life throws at you. In this video, we're going to explore these Stoic secrets together, step by step. You'll learn how to control your emotions, handle failure, and even embrace the challenges life gives you. So whether you're dealing with stress, uncertainty, or a tough decision right now, stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll have tools to face anything in life and do it with calm, strength, and purpose. So, what exactly is Stoicism? You've probably heard the word before. Maybe you think it's about staying emotionless, like a stone-cold statue. But that can't be farther from the truth. Stoicism is about freedom. Freedom from being controlled by your emotions, by fear, by stress, or any life circumstances. It all started over 2,000 years ago in ancient Greece. A man named Zeno of Citium founded this philosophy. He's kind of like the grandfather of Stoicism. He believed life is unpredictable, and that it's not the events themselves that affect us, but how we respond to them. Zeno taught his ideas in a place called the Stoa Poikile, a painted porch, which is where the word Stoicism comes from. Now let's get to the heart of Stoicism, the principles that can completely change how you approach life. These ideas aren't just nice thoughts, but tools you can use every single day to handle challenges, stress, and even the unexpected. 1. Control and the dichotomy of control. The first and most important Stoic principle is the idea of control. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said this: "Some things are in our control and some things aren't." Sounds simple, right? But it's life-changing. Think about it. You can't control the weather, other people's opinions, or even the traffic on your way to work. But what you can control is how you respond to those things. Instead of stressing about the rain, you grab an umbrella. Instead of getting angry at someone's rude comment, you choose to stay calm. Here's the takeaway. When you focus only on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and attitude, you free yourself from so much unnecessary stress. You stop wasting energy on things you can't change. 2. Perception is everything. The Stoics believe that events themselves aren't good or bad. It's how we interpret them that matters. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Here's what that means. Let's say you lose your job. Is it a disaster? Or is it an opportunity to find something better? It all depends on how you choose to see it. When you change your perception, you change your reality. Instead of feeling stuck, you start seeing problems as challenges and challenges as opportunities to grow. 3. Memento mori, remember you will die. Now this one might sound a little morbid, but hear me out. The Stoics believed that reflecting on mortality wasn't depressing. It was a reminder to live fully and focus on what truly matters. When you think about how short life is, those small annoyances, like a bad day at work or an argument, start to feel so insignificant. You start prioritizing the things that really count, like relationships, personal growth, and experiences. 4. Amor fati, love your fate. This principle is about embracing everything that happens to you, good or bad. The Stoics called it amor fati, or love your fate. It's not just about accepting life's challenges. It's about loving them because they shape who you are. Think about it. Every tough moment in your life has taught you something or made you stronger. Instead of resisting these moments, the Stoics teach us to lean into them and find the lessons hidden within. 5. The obstacle is the way. This is one of the most powerful Stoic principles. This means that the very thing standing in your way, the challenge, the problem, is the path to growth. It's an opportunity to get better. Take Thomas Edison, for example. He didn't invent the light bulb overnight. He failed thousands of times, but he didn't see failure as a roadblock. He saw it as progress. That's the Stoic mindset. The next time you face an obstacle, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use it to grow? When you see problems this way, nothing can truly stop you. These principles, control, perception, mortality, loving your fate, and seeing obstacles as opportunities, are at the core of Stoicism. They're simple, but they're powerful. Okay, now we've talked about the powerful ideas behind Stoicism, but how do you actually use them in your life? That's the beauty of Stoicism. It's not just a theory, it's something you practice. The Stoics weren't just philosophers, they were doers. They believed in taking action every single day to live a calm, focused, and purposeful life. Here are a few simple practices you can start using right now to bring Stoic principles into your day-to-day routine. 1. Morning and evening reflections. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, used to write in his journal every morning and night. He'd prepare his mind for the day ahead and reflect on what went well or what didn't at the end of the day. In the morning, take a few minutes to plan your day. Ask yourself, what challenges might I face today? How will I handle them? This isn't about being negative, it's about being ready. If you expect obstacles, they won't catch you off guard. And at night, reflect on how you did. Did you handle things with patience? Did you act on what you could control and let go of what you couldn't? These few minutes of self-reflection can help you learn and grow every day. 2. Negative visualization. Now, this might sound unusual, but hear me out. Imagine the worst-case scenario. The Stoics called this negative visualization. They believe that by mentally preparing for setbacks, you'd reduce the shock when they actually happen, and sometimes they won't feel so bad after all. For example, imagine losing your job. How would you handle it? What steps would you take? By visualizing these possibilities in a calm and controlled way, you're training your mind to stay steady if things go wrong. It's like emotional strength training. It doesn't mean you're being pessimistic, it means you're being prepared. And when things don't go wrong, you'll appreciate them even more. 3. Voluntary discomfort. Another Stoic practice is putting yourself in uncomfortable situations on purpose. Because when you choose discomfort in small ways, you become stronger and more resilient. For example, skip a meal to see how hunger feels, or take a cold shower. These small challenges remind you that you can handle discomfort and even thrive in it. When life throws bigger challenges your way, you'll already be mentally tough. It's about building confidence in your ability to endure and realizing that most discomfort is temporary. 4. Staying present in the moment. The Stoics also taught the importance of mindfulness. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." In other words, don't get stuck worrying about the future or regretting the past. Focus on what's happening right now. The next time you're stressed, pause. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what can I do in this moment? By staying present, you'll feel calmer and more in control. But practicing gratitude. The Stoics believed in appreciating what you already have instead of always chasing what you don't. They taught that happiness comes from wanting what you already have. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you're thankful for, your health, your relationships, even the small things like a sunny day or a good meal. Gratitude shifts your mindset and helps you focus on the positive, no matter what challenges you're facing. These practices, journaling, preparing for setbacks, embracing discomfort, staying present, and showing gratitude, are simple but incredibly powerful. They don't take a lot of time, but the impact they can have on your life is huge. The best part? These practices don't require you to make big changes in your life. You can start small. Pick one, try it today, and see how it feels. Because Stoicism isn't about perfection, it's about progress. So we've talked about the principles of Stoicism and some simple practices. But how do you actually use Stoicism in your everyday life in situations that really matter? Let's dive into how these ancient ideas can help you in 3 key areas: your work, your relationships, and your personal growth. 1. Stoicism at work. Work can be stressful. Deadlines, difficult coworkers, unexpected problems. They're all part of the job. But here's where Stoicism can be a game changer. Focus on what you can control. The next time you're overwhelmed by a project, take a step back. Ask yourself, what can I actually control here? Maybe it's your effort, your focus, or how you organize your tasks. What you can't control is how others respond, how long the approval process takes, or the workload. By focusing only on what you can control, you reduce stress and increase productivity. The Stoics teach that worrying about things outside your control is wasted energy. Put your energy into the things that actually matter and that you can do something about. Handling criticism. Stoicism also helps with handling criticism. Instead of taking criticism personally, use it as a learning opportunity. Ask yourself, is there something useful here? If yes, learn from it. If not, let it go. Remember, you can't control what others think, but you can control how you react. The Stoics teach that calm, focused action leads to better results. And honestly, isn't that what we all want at work? 2. Stoicism in relationships, whether with family, friends, or partners. Relationships are a big part of life, but they can also be a major source of stress. People have disagreements, misunderstandings, and sometimes hurt feelings. Respond, don't react. Here's a key Stoic principle. Respond thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. Let's say someone says something that upsets you. Before you snap back, pause. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this really worth getting upset over? What can I control here? By staying calm, you defuse tense situations and show emotional strength. And guess what? When you stay calm, you encourage the other person to do the same. Empathy and understanding. The Stoics also teach empathy. They believe that everyone is doing their best with the knowledge they have. So when someone makes a mistake or annoys you, try to see things from their perspective. Maybe they're having a tough day or they're dealing with their own challenges. It doesn't mean you accept bad behavior, but you don't let it control your emotions. This approach strengthens your relationships and helps you handle conflicts with grace. 3. Stoicism for personal growth. Let's look at how Stoicism can help you grow as a person. Personal growth isn't just about achieving big goals. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, little by little, every day. Overcoming procrastination. We all struggle with procrastination, but the Stoics teach us that action is key. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it may never come. Marcus Aurelius said, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. In other words, don't put off what's important. Start now, even if it's just a small step. Building discipline. Stoicism also helps you build discipline. It's about doing what's right, not what's easy. The next time you're tempted to skip a workout, ask yourself, is this choice moving me closer to my goals or further away? The Stoics believed in pushing through discomfort to build strength, both physically and mentally. Facing challenges head-on. Life is full of challenges, and sometimes it's easy to feel defeated. But Stoicism teaches that the obstacle is the way. Every setback is an opportunity to learn something new, to grow, and to become stronger. Instead of avoiding challenges, the Stoics face them head-on. The next time you face a tough situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to become better? When you see challenges as opportunities, you become more resilient and less afraid of what's to come. 4. Stoicism in sports and physical endurance. Champions aren't just made in the gym, they're made in the mind. Every athlete faces pain, failure, and doubt. Stoicism teaches them how to push through. A runner hits the wall, a fighter gets knocked down, a player misses the final shot. What separates the great from the average? The ability to keep going. The Stoics believed in embracing discomfort. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Athletes train their bodies, but Stoicism trains their minds. Ignore the pain, silence the doubts, and focus only on what you can control: effort, discipline, and attitude. That's how champions are made. These are just a few ways Stoicism can make a difference in your life, at work, in your relationships, and in your personal growth. The beauty of Stoicism is that it's practical. It's about taking real, actionable steps to live a better, calmer, and more focused life. Remember, Stoicism isn't about being perfect. It's about progress. It's about doing your best with what you have, no matter what life throws your way. We've explored timeless ideas from the Stoics: how to focus on what you can control, how to reframe challenges, and how to build resilience. These principles are more than just ancient wisdom, they're practical tools you can use right now, today, in your own life. Life will keep throwing its curveballs, but you don't have to be shaken by them. You have the power to stay calm, to take control of your thoughts, and to choose how you respond. The Stoics remind us that it's not about eliminating problems, it's about mastering ourselves. It's about learning to see obstacles as opportunities and living with purpose, no matter what comes your way. Now, it's your turn. Which Stoic principle will you start with? Will you begin journaling? Try reframing a challenge? Or maybe practice staying calm in a stressful moment? Whatever it is, take that first step today. Remember, Stoicism isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every small step you take builds a stronger, calmer, and more resilient you. So the next time life gets tough, and it will for everyone, just remember, you've got the tools to handle it. The Stoics say you can't control the waves, but you can learn to navigate them. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found this helpful, like and share it with someone who might benefit from it. And remember to subscribe for more timeless lessons and awesome content to help you live a better, stronger, and more peaceful